I got a lot I want to talk about, and I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, but I'm going to cover Optimus. Uh, I'm going to try and keep this related to comps. We're going to talk about comps, and we're going to talk about correlation, and we're going to look at some of the mean comments I got from my last Optimus video. It's all good. At the end of the last video, probably nobody looked at the whole video. It was long. It's 40 minutes. It's unedited. Okay, I get that. But at the end of the day, didn't I say it's all love? It's all love. I even if you're leaving me mean comments, calling me crazy, trashing my site, whatever, however you feel, go ahead and share it in the comments. As long as we're having intelligent conversation, and I'm fine with that. Okay. Now, if you're gonna get nasty in the comments, you gotta understand that you may get a response depending on what my day is like. You may get a response that's you know, whatever. Okay, but let's get right into it. Let's look at comps. I want to talk about correlation, and I want to talk about the comments, cause this way it's like all of you guys watching, y'all can be like leaving the comments, and y'all can be a part of these videos too. But I really want to bring a lot of value when I do these videos, so I'm gonna try and really share a lot of trading information that I think has helped me over the years. Okay, so let's just dive right in. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's zoom it. Okay, great videos. Great videos. Thoughts just picked up a new subscriber. It's great. Thanks, man. Glad to have you aboard. But I'm just here for the comments. That's why I'm doing video and comments. And you need to record another video. Price is up 80%. Okay, let's talk about that. Um, the elections just happened here in the states, and everybody's like, "Wow, I can't believe it. We thought there was going to be like a red wave, and Republicans were going to come in and take the House." All of the statistical data, and if you've watched my channel for a long time, there's a guy in his comments that I know he's been commenting and watching my channel for a long, long time, and I often say, stats are not gospel, okay? And like I love trading with stats, okay? But I understand that statistics are not gospel. What I think happened with the election is the reason I want to talk about comps is because if you are using a data set of stats and you are comparing them with what's happening recently, between what's happening recently now, i.e., gentlemen's, well, guys breaking into a venture capitalist's house, um, attacking him with a hammer, putting him in the ICU, and then you want to compare that to other elections where at least there were at least civil norms. You're not, the data that you're comparing, it doesn't, the profiles don't match. Now that combined with my brother was talking about earlier, like he thought it was corrupt data, and I don't know why these guys love the polls so much. The polls haven't been right since Trump won in 2016. It's 2022 when I'm recording this. That's like 8 years ago. And you still got guys. No, I'm sorry. That's 6 years ago. Still got guys talking about uh, the polls, the this, the that, whatever. A lot of that data is corrupted, and at this point, guys need to understand it. And that's a great thing for me to segue into responding to this comment right here, and let's look at some comps. Okay, again, here we go. This is Optimus. Um, The white line, that's about where I left at 90 cent. Okay, it dumped all the way down here to 30 cent. Bounced back up. I said, that's me, I'm out. Kept going up. The comment says, okay, it's up 80%. Now, is this possibly corrupt data? Because what on earth made this go up 80% in a day? Let's look at another, something else that dumped, like, I think it was about 70, 75% down in a day. Okay? FTX token. Everybody's talking about this. Sam Bankman Fried and CZ, their battle. And really, Alameda kind of, they were kind of instrumental in this dumping so hard. It dumped like 75% the other day. For those not familiar with FTX, FTX is a really, really large exchange. They've done ads on the Super Bowl. They generally were doing like $1 billion in revenue a month, and everybody was just standing and marveling at Sam Bankman-Fried, myself included. And he was going around and he was rescuing companies, that were in a bad situation. He was buying them. Okay, what's happened here? It's another day. This is still down 30%. Now let's compare. There's a company that fell 75% in a day. It's still not recovering. In fact, it's still down 30% the next day. It's a well-known company with $1 billion in transactions a month. So why would this token here? Why would this token be up 80%? Why? You know, some of this is just um, learning to discern the data and just look at things really, really objectively. Okay, now we're back down here. We're trading at 79 cent. Okay, we're down 25.64% in the last 24 hours. That makes sense. That's what it should be doing. Okay, let's go and look at some other stuff. You must be crazy if you think this token won't dump when every other, every single time the entire market drops. Find me a token or a coin today that didn't dump. And I was drinking and I was angry, and so I replied because that's the best time to talk to people. Well, maybe not. I just said I ain't crazy, and we're he wanted some tokens, and now we're going to talk about the correlations. Okay, the reason I could instantly pull a token off of my head. Let's talk about what professionals do. We're over here, and I told him to go and look at Pax Gold because it trades along with gold, and when there's a lot of fear, guys will run to that proven 3,000 year of history commodity of gold. And you see, this is 1708. This is still up in the last 24 hours modestly. Gold isn't as volatile, okay? But I've seen this up even today, almost 1% up on the day. By the way, that tells me that professionals, guys that are managing a large amount of crypto, are hedging by putting some of their money into gold because this is just going to track and trade right along with the price of gold. Okay, now what is this? This is number 81. Okay, I'm gonna talk about how to use this. This is nomics. Okay, it's just an aggregator, but I like it. There's a couple of little cool things here. Okay, let's look at it. 81, that's the rank for uh, Pax Gold. Let me see if I have anything else. No, I don't. So let's go look for Optimus. Uh, I think it should be on here. Hold on. Optimus OPT3. There's Optimus. 24.99% down according to their windowing. This rank is 2061. Again, you want to look for objective data. This is, when I say small cap, that's what I mean. This rank compared to the other tokens that are on the front page. Now, we'll go back over here. Again, we're doing comps. Let's go up. Optimus is a token. I mentioned this in the prior video. It is a token on Matic Polygon, and that's ranked number 10. At a point, Optimus was worth more than Matic. The token is ranked 2000 and something. Matic is worth ranked 10. When you see this recover 80%, ask yourself why would that be the case? Um, it's still down. It's falling now. It's 25% down. Okay, I'm a professional, let's say, and I could. All these tokens are speculative. Why am I trading Optimus? When I go over here, this is down because the next argument I got was this one. Are you crazy? Show me something that's not down and everything is down. Okay, I did. I showed you gold. I showed you stable coins because this is where professionals would be. They would be in gold. They would be in stable coins. They would be in the actual underlying coin if they still feel like speculating that the token is hosted on. Okay, let's look at Matic on a chart. Picked up some Matic last night. Matic is bouncing a little, not much, but nothing's bouncing that much now. But still, come on. There's always a market out there that's profitable. That's what I'm getting at with that. And if you really try and think like these guys, a lot of people with formal training, they're gonna do all of the same things. Okay, this guy's really nasty, but it's all good. Why does your web page look like it's stuck in the 80s? Is there a reason for that? To look at it almost causes a loss of eyesight. Okay, um, cause you don't know what to look for. Short answer. Okay, here's our fear monger indicator. A day last week, this thing had 3 to 5 bulls on it, and with sentiment being that exuberant, you could have sold then before this dumps. You could have sold. Okay, how would you know? Well, you got these tables. How where are we in a day, in a week, in a month? When we're down here at 0.10, what if you would have just came here and used this simple sentiment tool and said, you know what, I'm going to at least start unloading some of my position here. I'm gonna sell. This also got news, hundreds and hundreds of feeds, and it's gonna chuck the latest news in 24/7 all day. Okay, and it's free. Again, not every site's going to give you all of the same stories at the same time. So maybe you get an advantage by simply getting access to information a little bit ahead of everyone else. See how there's value there? But I guess you're looking at a template or something. Because people make a lot of money looking at templated sites that guys have went on to some place like Fiverr or something and got that'll make you a lot of money. This is a custom tool and we're giving it away for free. This my brother built for me and we give it away for free. Over here, I'm always pointing the breath out to you guys. 34 green, red, 0. What are you with breath this good and we know that fear is still high? Maybe it's a good time to take some off the table. Maybe it's a good time to sell. Where do you start looking to sell at? What's got the highest score here? And it's in yellow. Start going down this leaderboard. That's what's called a trade idea leaderboard. And it's going to start leading you to ideas, and then you can research it on your charts, on your own. Okay, it's not a signal service. I hate the word signal, but it's a very good scanner. I don't even know of any other crypto scanners. Look at this. We measure volatility, and this is the FTX token, Sam Bankman-Fried's token I was talking about earlier. Look at all those lines. You can't even see it on the screen. It's so volatile now. Uh, that's that's when things get so wild, and that statistics, you know, you realize they're not gospel. See, you just didn't know what to look for. I'm not trying to be derogatory, but you don't know what to look for. Okay, and another thing, the internet websites, they started in 1989. Okay, you don't believe me here? DYOR. Everybody loves these acronyms. So there you go. First website. Who had the first website? CERN, 1989. If you're gonna make an insult, at least do your own research first, cause it doesn't even make sense. The 80s and the first website was made in 89. I didn't even have to look hard for that. I'm just saying. But hopefully now you know a little more to look for than templates and sites that look like the last site you went to. And you know how to look and find value. Because if you're going to trade successfully, you're going to have to learn to do that. You're going to have to learn to spot value when most people don't. It's just that simple. It's not complicated. But trading can be as simple or as complicated as any trader decides to make it. Okay, you missed a lot. They were aware. Here goes my man Dre. He been on my channel for a long, long time. Uh, Trying to explain that I didn't miss. The point is, they were aware. Of course, they were aware. Where did the millions and millions of dollars traded come from? Why was someone all of a sudden willing to trade more than $15 million of a token that's ranked 2,000 and something? Why? Again, comps. Okay, we're just comparing it. We're just looking at those numbers and saying, do they make sense? Is it possibly corrupt data? You can't. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Okay? And when it don't make sense, you probably won't make money. Whole lot of stuff over here. Um, Me and Pergo going back and forth. Whole lot of stuff. Okay. Pergo's a believer. When I saw her face, bum, 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 and I'm a believer. Bum. I gotta do it. Okay. Everybody's doing it. Anyway, he's, you know, everyone has a right, certainly to their opinion. And hey, I think we were having pretty intelligent conversation, But one thing that struck me is I don't think Pergo's aware of this, and I might be mispronouncing your name. Sorry. But when this token was originally launched, that was like 21 million tokens minted. Okay, what I was trying to get at in the comments there is 21 million tokens minted. So if you go over here and you look at the top holders and you say, well, look at all these bots and big investors and they're all still holding. There were millions, tens of millions of tokens printed as this was initiated. So it's real easy to put a little eye candy up here and say, look, all of the largest holders are still holding. Well, that's not the point. The point is that somebody is draining all the liquidity out of this token. You come over here, look at the token. You come over here, you look at the token. What do you see? This liquidity was 5 million. That means there was about 2.5 million in cash, and now a day later, this is 3.6 million. So that means there's like 1.8 million in cash. Okay, if everyone wanted to get out, then it's $33 million in value already, and it's just gonna go up every day. There was originally 21 million tokens. Um, how many tokens are there now? I'm just going on the scan, and there's 42.5 million tokens now already. Okay, that's what I've been talking about in these videos about inflation. That's what's happening all over the world. Yeah. Look at the numbers. There's something on nomics that I heard the guys on um I heard the guys talking about when I listened to the first AMA about, well, we can keep track of when someone, how many people are profitable, and they were quoting all of these profitable people and everything. And there's something very similar over here on Nomics. There's a ROI calculator, okay? And what this does is it lets you just come down here and this is the or on the Optimus token, okay? You say, what if I would have put $1,000 into this, and what if I would have done it? Where did the dump start? Let's say a few days ago we started tilting down. Okay, on the 4th, that's 4 days ago. If you put $1,000 in right now, this would be worth $505. Okay, but it's going to rebase, and I'm going to get 1% every day. Well, now you're only getting not $10 a day, you're getting $5 a day. That's maybe part of why these dumps happen, guys. And they literally told you they have the data. They're able to keep track. They're able to play keep away. I haven't looked at the code, but I do hear whispers that there's stuff in the code to lock out certain sellers if you're a whale or whatever, or limit how many sales you can do on a day. And some people, I've even heard people say, well, you know what, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe you don't limit the buys, but you limit the sales. Are you serious? Who wants to buy a token? Why would you buy a token where you limit the sales and there's 1.8 million in liquidity? Why wouldn't you buy? Why wouldn't you just buy one of these tokens? And why any of these other tokens over here? Why wouldn't you buy cake? Why wouldn't you buy cake? Okay, now we're not going to talk about the speculative, but you could buy cake. We're not going to talk. I got a lot of speculative stuff over here. Why wouldn't you buy BNB? It's a great pullback now because you can buy it and you can find the liquidity to sell it. There's 167 million just in that pool alone. So you're going to be able to liquidate it. This is a great pullback. It's $350 just a while ago. Why wouldn't you buy that? There's no limits in the contract. There's no rebasing, but I've just shared why the rebase isn't as amazing as you believe it to be. You may believe it to be. Why wouldn't you buy cake? What's over here? It's mostly DeFi. There's $192 million over there. Let's cut it in half. There's still $100 million in liquidity there. So when you hear all of this, well, it's taking over the world, it's amazing, it's game changing, there's nothing else like it. It's great, it's sales. It's what brokers do. Brokers are sellers. They're salesmen. You know, that's their motivation. But I'm just looking at the numbers, and that's all I covered in this video. And I showed you guys how to, if you're real clever, you could go and you could look at a day and you could say, well, what if I bought here and at this particular date? When you see this get to 2 or 3 times that initial investment, do you think one of these dumps might be coming? Because they got a bird's eye view of the data, but this little simple tool is right here. And again, it's free. If the money to be made was buying at 30 cents yesterday and selling, let's even say at 90 cents, you exited like I did, that's 300% gain. Why are you holding for the 1%? Why are you holding? What does the trend look like on the token? Is it trending up? Is it falling 20-something% in a day? And I'm not knocking the token. There's a lot of tokens. Everything's falling. I get that. But everything's not falling the same. Cake's down 7%. BNB's down 10%. Op3's down 25%. How fast you want your hard-earned money to depreciate? You decide. And again, I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just talking about numbers, and I'm just trying to be sobering. It's hard when you bring emotions in and you start falling in love with tokens, with companies, with stocks, anything, for your business. Because you may fall in love so much that you don't want to change anything. But if it's not working, maybe you need to. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. That's it for me. I hope you guys have found some value here. I showed a couple of tools. We talked about some use cases for the stuff, free tools on our site. We looked at Optimus again today. Still trending down. We'll see. What if it just pops up and it triples in price tomorrow? Is that the time to go out there and buy? I hope you've got an idea otherwise now after watching this video. See you guys on the next video. Once again, this is Alfred from amasters.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If we've helped you, please help us by sharing this content with others. Hit that notification bell. That's my DeFi dude impersonation. See you guys on the next one. Later. See you when I see you. Peace. That's my own outro.